Hi everyone, this is Tim. Welcome to The Cheap Shot. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a personal vlog, something I haven't done for a little while. I think I put one out just after Christmas when I was talking about my my little photo book present that I got, which was called Drag Scene. And yeah, I haven't done one of these for a while. I thought I'd do another one, let you know what I've been up to aside from photography stuff. And yeah, just fancy doing something a little bit different. We've had some pretty rough weather lately, and you know, the times when I have had a bit of time to go out with the camera, it's been absolutely tipping down. And you know, either that or extremely windy. We've had some really bad winds, and I must admit, night before last, the wind was so fierce I could actually I got woken up about 1:30 in the morning, and I could hear wheelie bins clattering around and being blown down the road and all sorts of stuff going on, and I couldn't get back to sleep. I was awake from 1:30 till about 5:30, something like that. But I did take the opportunity to get up to date on my YouTube viewing. I've got loads of stuff, or did have loads of stuff stacked up to watch, and I just haven't had the time to watch it, so I'm quite pleased about that. There's been quite a bit of stuff going on at home, a few little bits of DIY and a bit of gardening and a bit of this, that and the other, which I'll talk about in a moment. But one of the videos which I watched, I was really impressed with, was a guy that you may already follow, Paul Kennedy, Creative Media. He did a video which I think was titled A Dream Come True, or something similar to that. And basically he wanted to produce a little bit of video, sort of cinematic style video that sort of looked like a possible dream. And I must admit, he did really well. He used a few different, I think he used a couple of different cameras, a couple of different techniques. He talks about it on the video, and I will drop a link to it below, but he did a really cracking job, and everything about it was perfect. I mean, even the soundscape that he sort of made and put alongside the video, the sound effects were really good and really fitting with what he'd filmed, and I enjoyed it immensely. So much so that it's actually inspired me to get on with a couple of things that I've been thinking about recently, a couple of little projects. And yeah, he's inspired me to get my backside into gear and get those sorted, or at least the preparation for them. So you've really got the old gears whizzing round in the brain box there, Paul. But one of the things that I've got on the go at the moment is, and I went out in the garage the other night or the other afternoon and did a little bit to it. I'm knocking up something at the moment that I'm going to be able to use in conjunction with my gimbal. I'm just watching a partridge actually run down the road. There's a truck just coming down, as you can probably see here, and a partridge has just come out from the hedgerow and he's running down the road. I haven't seen a partridge for a while, actually. Yeah, it's quite amazing. Yeah, so I had made up this this thing that I'm going to be using in conjunction with my gimbal to get some really sort of unique footage, and I'm going to hopefully put it together, put a few bits and pieces of video together to make a little sort of, I was going to say short film, but it's not going to really be a film. It's just going to be a collection of a few nice, hopefully cinematic clips that I'm going to put together with a bit of music, an intro and an outro, and basically do something a little bit different using my gimbal. And I'm hoping it's going to work really well. But what I want to do ideally is do that around, you know, sort of next month or so, when the bluebells start coming out in the woods. I've got this sort of vision in my head that I want to do something in the woods with the bluebells, nice, you know, bit of light coming through the trees, lovely fresh green leaves, that sort of thing, and yeah, do something a bit different, something a bit nice. So inspired by you, Paul. So that's one of the things. The other one is a little bit more in depth, but I'll leave that for a bit later. But yeah, definitely, if you haven't seen Paul's video, go and have a look at it. Like I say, I will drop a link down below. So yeah, that's well worth looking at. I'm very impressed with it. So I've been doing a few bits and pieces in the garden. Obviously we're getting to that time where we're going to be starting to enjoy a bit more time outside, and I've had a few little jobs that I needed to do in the garden. One of the jobs I've got, like, well, years ago actually, when we first moved into the house, I very quickly built a new patio outside. We had a new conservatory fitted more or less straight away. I fitted I sort of made a new patio directly outside the conservatory that goes along all the way along the conservatory and around the side of the house. And I made up, rather hastily, I made up a little fence, almost like a sort of picket fence sort of thing, that's only probably, I don't know, 3 foot tall, all the way along the edge of the patio with a little gate. Someone gave me a garden gate, which I chopped down, a wooden garden gate. I chopped it down to make it fit the size of the fence, and made the fence look a bit like the gates, so sort of tied all in. And yeah, it would have been, dearie me, a good few years ago now, I would say. But the gate has actually, one of the hinges broke during the winter, and a couple of the bits and pieces on the fence needed repair. So I've actually got round and got those done. I've stained all of the fence back up. It was originally just put, the fence and the gate were originally put there to stop our little Yorkshire Terrier that we had at the time going down the garden and getting, sort of running around, getting in all the mud and then traipsing it through the house, so we could then just keep her up the top of the garden. Now, of course, unfortunately, our little Yorkie died a few years back, and we have got the 2 little Yorkie Poo girls that are, well, they're 4 years old actually in May. So yeah, they're 4 years old this May. And obviously, I'll put a picture of them up here somewhere. Coco and Darcy, lovely little girls, no trouble at all, but obviously it's nice to keep them up the top of the garden as well. So I needed to fix the gate, sort out the fence, get everything stained up. Our neighbours are moving soon, and very kindly gave us their arbour, which is really, really nice. They just said to me, I was out in the garden one time, do you fancy our arbour? We're moving, and thought you might like it. And I think they paid a good few £100 for it. It's a really nice, well-built arbour. So I've got that in the garden now as well. And we restained that all up and what have you. But I did have a sort of like a pergola or an arbour in the place where it is now, which I took down. That had some trellis sides on it, which was made up of 2 small trellis panels on either side. So I've taken that down because it was getting a bit rough anyway, getting a bit rotten in places. But the trellis panels were still good, so I've taken those off, I've restained them, I've actually connected them together so they are now like a full-size trellis panel. And now at the bottom of the garden there was a bit of an area that was a bit of a dumping ground, which I've sort of revamped, and I've fitted some posts in and put this new trellis panel down there. We've got a couple of climbers growing up that now, and I think that's going to look really nice, in a few months' time. I was also given a few paving slabs by my neighbour that he didn't want anymore, so I put a little path, a little paved area in that place that I've sort of revamped a bit, and it's now a new border with a trellis. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I think it'll look nice in the summer when everything's out. So I've been doing that. I've been doing a few little jobs actually around the house as well. We've done a bit more decorating indoors. We've redecorated the kitchen, the dining room, the conservatory. I've started painting, I repainted a wall outside the front of the house. but I needed to go and get some new paint, and the paint has actually changed name and changed colour very slightly. So it may mean that I need to paint the whole of the front of the house to get it to tie into the same colour. It's fairly close, I might get away with it, but I'm going to wait and see on that. So yeah, a few jobs around the home and in the garden that have kept me busy. I also today, it's Friday today, so I also today agreed to walk my daughter's dog for her. My daughter works from home and has been since the initial lockdown. We do help out every once in a while where we can to give the dog a walk during the day, and it was quite nice today. So I went over, picked up Lola. I think you've seen Lola before. I will show you a picture of her. We went out for a lovely walk for about an hour and a half, and I walked to an area I haven't been for quite a while, and I found a couple of new places that I can explore actually, which a couple of footpaths that I didn't know exist that go off into a bit of woodland. So I'm looking forward to going back there, perhaps with my camera, and checking that out in detail. I would have gone through there today, but it was still quite muddy on the paths, and I didn't want to get Lola completely muddy. She does like sort of splashing around in muddy puddles and drinking from dirty puddles, all that sort of thing. So I didn't want to encourage her too much in the muddy parts of the path. So yeah, that was nice to explore some new places that I've never been before, and yeah, I'm definitely going to go back there and check those out in detail. Quick thank you to everyone that had seen my previous video and commented on it. Got quite a few comments. I didn't get an enormous amount of views. I'm not too worried about views. Watch time is, as you know, quite important to me. I did get a good bit of watch time out of it. I think certainly average amount of watch time. And thanks to everyone that was involved with that and made comments and liked it and so on. The one prior to that was, of course, the one on the New Month New Challenge, which I'm looking to do this, getting down low, getting a really low viewpoint, and taking some shots at pretty much a worm's eye view. And quite a few people have sort of been involved with that and already sent me some photos. I've got some other stuff that's been promised to me that's coming my way. So I'm hopefully going to have a nice lot of photos to show you at the end of that project. I haven't started filming that video yet, but I have taken a few shots. But I'm just waiting for the weather to sort of calm down a bit really, so I can get out. It's far too windy at the moment to go and video anything. And like I say, when I have been able to get out with the camera, it's been really tipping down. So that's going to need to wait for a little while. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick catch up on what we're up to, what we've been doing. There's loads more stuff to come. I've got some more video ideas that I'm working through at the moment. But I just thought I'd put out a little vlog, say hello, let you know what I've been up to, and let you know what's coming basically. So thanks ever so much for watching the video. If I've rambled on a bit, I do apologise. If you've watched all the way to the end, then thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And I will see you in the very next video. All the best now. Bye.